Hello, I am back.
Oh, dear stranger, journeying to a far abandoned.
Oh, that's going back wrong. I hate this stupid thing. And let me guess. God damn it. Oh, that one. Yeah, okay, here's there. What's I doing this? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
So.
Not just that one.
All right, researcher Regulus, let's run research.
A what? I'm telling.
I can.
Thank you, all.
Not so fast, Regulus.
No. What?
Regulus, you've been. In other words, you have.
I.
And to top it all off, you didn't.
Well.
Please, there's still a chance. We'll use the results to make up for the assessments.
Bring it on.
Easy there, We're taking a test, not going. I did, and I meant it. This and the numbers you can use, given its best of.
You at least they didn't torture me with. Oh God!
I want to see if I can look in the past videos and so that when I click on stuff because right now, this is how this game is right now.
You're taking a test, not going to war.
It also make good use of that, brother.
Captain, this apple has an impression on this.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational member.
Yeah.
Is it really a puzzle unsolvable?
They're gone.
Are you scared?
Doing fine. I
Captain.
fucking blew my own mind today, though.
Follow me, Regulus.
So,
Best of luck, researcher Regulus.
what?
Nothing. I just doing my end. I forgot I have reactions on.
Where am? Why is it? Somebody! Anybody! Help me! Please!
Your reaction saying for Discord. Yeah, your inkling. Purplish one.
Glad? But this doesn't.
What do you mean?
Come on, the ninth storm has passed.
That was the last
All
time I
right, there
checked
are
that
no
thing
these
from
no.
my
You'll
end.
see. Finally, we input the result into the Laplace astronomy database to see if we find any matches, and there.
Doesn't look like that from what I remember. I'm pretty sure you're also green.
A set of photos taken from space.
Huh?
Yeah,
Are you
you're
telling me
saying
I spent the whole day doing this just to find a few photos?
These aren't just any photos, researcher Regulus. Take a closer look. The first
But
picture
yeah, I
was
do my
taken
own
on December
mind,
2nd,
so when you eat
1995,
Pringles
the
from
day the Solar and
when you
Heliospheric
sit down with a
Observatory
can of
was
Pringles,
launched.
How much of the can do you eat?
And like what? Like when you start eating, or like
The second
or
picture was
in a
taken
day, or
on
what?
June 25th, 1997, during
So,
a period of
no,
sunspot
just like
activity.
in one sitting, you have an
The third
entire
one is from
Pringles
November
can.
21st,
Your favorite flavor,
1998.
doesn't matter which
It's
one.
an image of the first
Sit down with
satellite
it.
ever deployed from a space
How
station.
much of the can do you eat? Do you eat the whole can?
And the
Do you
fourth
eat a
is from
certain amount
December
of
the
chips? What do
28th,
you do?
1999. Is that a rugby game?
Yes. Looks like it was the last one held in that stadium in Melbourne. The place is just a commercial district now.
Well, I looked on the can itself because curiosity and the fact I want to lose
But-
weight is a bitch.
Wait, this isn't right.
An entire
If you're
can
suggesting what I
of
think you are,
Pringles, like, because
then
some
these
people
next
are just
photos
mindless and
are-
eat the entire fucking can. Me and Monkey.
That's right. From
That
the
is
fifth photo
900
onward,
calories
we can't
we're
pinpoint
taking
their
in one
exact
sitting
time or
and putting in our
location.
bodies.
But it seems they involve Halley's Comet,
You're
136199
only
Eris in
really
the
supposed
Kuiper
to eat,
Belt,
like,
the Uluru
corn
Games, and a
chips.
rock festival. And there are more. Take a look at these timestamps.
Like, that's its serving size.
February 9th, 2001. October 21st, 2003.
And there's like 6
November
servings inside the can
2005.
itself.
And the last one's from April the 16th,
So when I
2007.
found that out, I straight fucked up my entire life. Because it's just like, it is so easy to, like, just sit down with the entire fucking thing. And that is honestly scary to think about. Because that also is like, if you stop to
This
think about
proves one
it,
thing.
no wonder we have an obesity
Before
problem.
all our struggles to study and control the effects of the storm,
Because sometimes we'll just
this
sit down with a
pioneer
snack and just
crossed the
mindlessly
storm
eat.
unscathed and sent us these images.
But
Yeah, that should be fine. Sorry, right now
Why
I'm
are
kinda
you telling
rearranging
me
a
all
few things
this?
on my island so
did
that
everyone else's assessments
looks
turn into some kind of
nicer
top
in
secret
the
briefing?
areas that I want it to.
All I wanted was an advance on my salary.
So if you're wondering what I'm muttering to myself, that's what I'm doing.
Just for once, could you see the bigger picture here? We've been presented with an amazing opportunity,
Oh wait, no, that's
and all you can think about is your salary?
Okay, so I can take this. Okay, so this one didn't got registered completely.
Flux! Flux! Finally it's over.
Oh, okay, so. As for my money right now, I was doing the event in Wrestling 99, and my power went out because someone was messing around with the switches, so I lost where I was in the story. Wasn't sure where I was exactly. Luckily, it did save save my spot. I just wasn't sure about it.
okay.
What the fuck? I don't know. Also, I have freaking I have Reddit on my side monitor right now, I just see it's just Elder Fairy Cookie going, phew, finally they are trapped in the tree. Shadow Milk Cookie, freaking Burning Spice Cookie, White Flower Cookie, and Silent Salt and Mystic Flower walking away from the tree. Elder Fairy, wait, how did you all? The tree is haunted. What? All five of them come back with guns in their hands. The tree is haunted.
Moon's haunted.
What?
That's where the meme comes from.
No, I was
Moon's
trying.
haunted.
No, I just to do that.
Oh.
I know the moon's haunted thing.
I am not like.
Yeah.
That's you.
Relax. Don't overheat. You'll have to get used to this if you want to be a good leader.
Alright. That's situated. Do I have any more
Ulrich!
that I don't want inserted?
Look what I found!
That's fine.
Where's my round of applause? If you're even half a leader, you'll fight your hardest
good.
to get a decent salary for such an outstanding employee as myself.
Sure.
Just one more thing. Scientist to scientist. You made some pretty cool electronic music in that battle. Didn't know you had it in you.
Here are all the files related to the satellite. Look them over, Regulus.
Do we have to go
Found the
through
money
all this
rock.
right now? Why? Is there some even more juicy stuff in them?
For you, it might be. The satellite carries a variety of arcane items. Space seeds, dragon tree resin compasses, obsidian crystals, WFPCs, astronomical spectrometers. Even its power source is an arcane record player. We've made a list of everything that was on it so we can test them against the artificial storm. The satellite is an archive of the wisdom of the entire human race. It somehow survived multiple storms.
What are you gonna do with it?
Sadly, a lack of maintenance caused it to plummet to the Earth.
Oh, that sucks.
Hank.
Okay, context really quick. Now I'm on Reverse Version 9 Reddit. Someone just shows something called says me when I'm on my worst Spider competition and my opponent is Marcus. Marcus is one of the arcadist characters that's in the game. She is like young, naive, and sweet, adorable child. Like she is like precious. She was an orphan, but she just started living in like a lighthouse, writing books, and is somewhat famous for them. She ended up joining the institute, the St. Pavel Foundation, because she was an arcanist, and because of her arcane skill, it was useful. So she was assigned to a field research team, and she was assigned to a mentor called Hoffman, who in a way, as of time together, she was basically like a mother figure for her in a way. During the one of their mission, they visited. They ended up in the same timeline, so close to the same time period that Mark was originally from, because of how the time travel works, it goes backwards and forth. So Marcus got picked up on when it got to their timeline one point, and rewound if time moved forward, and then rewound it back, and now and fast forward back to her timeline again, which is unfortunately World War II. I keep forgetting which World War had the assassination of the prince. Was that one or two?
You mean Archduke Ferdinand?
Yeah, Archduke Ferdinand. Which one was that?
That was World War One.
Okay, so yes. So unfortunately, her timeline is World War One. That time period. And Marku is a big side because not only were they in her timeline, they were near her home country in a way, because it was like a not that far from where the mission was. Hoffman was like understands how this child how Marcus felt, so she even promised to take her after the mission is done. If they have spare time, they go visit their country, and even visit her orphanage to hang out and stuff like that. They do their whole mission. Story shit happens. Blah blah. They got what they're in a somewhat heated battle against one of the semi-goons / minions of the opposing faction, which is called the Manus Vindictae. At this point, the guy, he had some special mist potion go into effect. He laid it on the ground. For Arcanus, it somewhat boosts their arcane abilities, but make them go a bit mad. But for humans, it's essentially poison. Hoffman is not a Arcanus, she is human, so she was slowly dying from this. And all the while, Marcus was just going a bit mad from all this. The guy tried to egg Marcus on to kill Hoffman because oh, she's human, she's not one of us, blah blah and all that. And somehow Marcus got a gun. The guy was semi-important for their mission because he might have had intel of what they needed. And Marcus instead of getting trying to shoot Hoffman, she ended up shooting. She tried to shoot the guy, but Hoffman actually in her weakened state basically tried to push him out of the way, but due to her weakened state, she failed. So the bullet pierced both her and him. She was wounded, but the guy ended up dying. And even though they failed to get the information from him, they still managed to get some information from the other person, and they were able to succeed as well. And due to the storm was going on at the same time. Well, the storm was about to happen. They were like less than an hour, and their rendezvous point was really far away. So they basically had to book it to that. And they had no means of getting Hoffman there due to even in her weakened state. So Hoffman instructed them Hoffman instructed Marcus to leave with their new ally and have the ally take her position in the bunker because they were limited space and all that stuff. So and Hoffman basically was accepting her death because she was still being she was still dying for the poison basically. So in a way, she was gonna die anyway. But yeah, in the game, when you review the scenes, they even have dates and times. It states that this event happened in January 12th at 11:45, at 10:45. And when you go to Marcus, and there's for most characters they have birthdays and stuff like that. And for Marcus information, it says era from the early 20th century, birthday January 12th. So essentially, Marcus lost their mentor / mother figure on her birthday.
Damn.
And she was part of her death because, like I said, she did. Even though she was not in her right mind, she still pulled the gun and shot her, even though it was unintentional. So yeah, that is sad.
That is very sad.
It crashed in your time, 1966.
Anyway, we'll be right back. She got used that.
Okay.
The telescope project was named after a record that was on the satellite, which also happens to share your name.
Regulus. My little thing. It was the record on the satellite.
Yes, that's the one. Wow, you've kept it in great shape.
So, this is the key to braving the storm.
It might be, amongst several other options.
I get it. That's why you wanted me on the storm research team.
Not just that. I've read the Appear on Island reports. You demonstrated some serious talent with the series puzzle in that cave. And you've faced more storms than the majority of the Laplace staff. We're not working together for a couple of research papers. This is about the survival of everything on Earth. We need all the help we can get, including yours. In fact, Laplace even held a meeting with the Foundation to discuss borrowing your record. The Foundation suggested we apply for an item transfer order under the Artificial Storm Project and let the Timekeeper take over the matter. Some of my colleagues told me that, according to LSCC regulations, lending assets to the center is mandatory for all staff. But... all right. Let me be honest with you. I'm not comfortable with taking your record by force. It's yours after all. It's your choice what you do with it. So, here I am. Not as your leader, but as myself. hoping we can find a solution that works for both of us.
Has anyone ever told you that you're terrible at negotiations?
Ah, damn it. I knew it wouldn't be easy.
Go ahead, Mr. Ulrich. Take it. Before I change my mind.
You're willingly giving it over to the Artificial Storm Project?
For a cause even greater than rock music? Absolutely. But just to be clear, I'm only lending it to Laplace. You have to give it back when you're done. It's the only copy in the world and the future centerpiece of the Regulus Museum.
Thank you, Researcher Regulus. Thank you so much. I was gearing up for a much tougher talk. I even applied for additional funding and a month's leave to offer you as leverage. Well, I suppose I won't have to use it after all.
What? Timekeeper! Sonetto, what's the rush? I just wanted to remind you that our vacation in Australia is over. If you need any help packing, please let me know. Oh, and I have something for you. Huh? Regulus asked me to pass these out. She won them at a sail-away party. She said they're highly valuable, the finest choice for any collection, if I recall correctly. Looks like an ordinary flyer to me. I've already inspected them. They're just advertisements with a handwritten signature in the corner, and some completely over-the-top promises. Regulus told me it's a trick that advertisers use. They use fancy words to catch people's eyes and make it seem more grand. Phrases like, an opulent odyssey upon the boundless sea, tour the illustrious Pacific coast, a veritable feast of harmonic reverie, rare and fortuitous seasonal discount, and facilities unimaginable in their splendor. What's this on the back? Nor happiness, nor harmony, nor fame. Nor pride, nor strength, nor skill in arms or arts.
No, not Rick! Don't do this!
Before a cruel whip. Man who man would be. Must rule the empire of himself. In it, must be supreme. Establishing his throne. On vanquished will, quelling the challenges of hopes and fears. Being himself alone. Is everything alright, Timekeeper?
Sinetto, change of plan. We need to contact the Foundation, now.
So we hear that tune again.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us, my friend.
Xeno has been restored to its usual state. Aside from Igor's ardent supporters, the rest of the Xeno soldiers and officers were unaware of his betrayal. Just as we expected. Admiral Igor's funeral has been held as planned, one that befits his rank and status. All relevant personnel remained in South America for the ceremony, as per Xeno's funeral regulations. We're in the process of selecting a new admiral. I'll provide you with a candidate list shortly. Additionally, we've dispatched an investigative team to Tierra del Fuego to search for Igor.
Very well. What about the girl?
The girl? Are you referring to Lopera? Her emotions have stabilized, so we've decided to leave her in South America for the moment. Of course, she'll be put through the necessary investigations as circumstances dictate.
Keep a close eye on her. Oh, and that little singing bird?
Xeno is quite upset about our decision regarding Miss Kimberly. They're insisting she undergoes a more thorough investigation. I feared that if we gave too much pushback, they would take a more extreme stance in response. So I agreed.
Those soldiers never budge.
Of course, Xeno agreed that the investigation would be done under the supervision of the Foundation. If nothing else comes up, she will be put into the Timekeeper's team and granted the same rights as the other members.
Good. Don't keep Verton waiting too long.
There's more. Madam Z has received word from the Timekeeper. The Timekeeper suspects Manus Vindicte is active again in Sydney Harbor. They're likely on board a cruise ship named Free Breeze. This would explain why our field investigators have been having difficulties with their tasks. Manus has covered their tracks carefully this time.
Where's the cruise bound for?
That's still unclear, sir. However, Moth just reported in confirming that the ship has passed the Oceania Islands.
An interesting development.
Indeed.
We're making excellent progress. That's good. Assign a new mission to Verton.
You mean to send them on that cruise?
We can't keep her under our wing forever.
Understood.
What brings you all the way over here, old friend? Oh. Hmm. So, Laplace has requested the Foundation's assistance with the Artificial Storm Project?
Yes. Ulrich is overseeing the project and has requested as much asymmetrical nuclide R as we can spare. He's also requested our help in determining the most suitable location for the experiment. I have several in mind that should meet his needs. The location closest to Laplace's Australian branch is on the sea. Right where the Freebreeze cruise ship happens to be.
I see where you're going.
However, I do have concerns about how this might disrupt our current plans against Manus Vindictae.
Regardless, Laplace will have our full support for the Artificial Storm Project.
But Moth's status still remains unclear. If we proceed too hastily, we might jeopardize the situation.
I thought you'd have foreseen something like this. A few pieces must be sacrificed if you're to win the game. You know that better than anyone, don't you?
Is this also the Pax House's decision?
You have my word on it.
I see. I'll inform the Timekeeper and Ulrich of their missions.
Thank you. I look forward to their meeting.
We meet again, Timekeeper.
Pleasure's mine, Mr. Ulrich. I've heard good things about your work with Regulus.
Frankly, I was surprised by how selfless, passionate, and forward-looking she is. I'm truly grateful to have someone like her on my team.
So you know those moments where freaking during negotiations when you need something heavily from the other party, like you're willing to you have like a lot of stuff to like offer them, but they submit too early, and when you accidentally reveal what you're offering, they just get upset that they submitted too early. That basically just happened right now in the event I'm playing right now. Regulus, who's kind of a lazy person, apparently they discovered that her record that one of her records she possesses is vital for some experiment they need to perform. And her boss was like trying to negotiate with her. And at first she said, people say you're terrible at negotiations. And he was like, fuck, I knew this was going to be difficult. And she goes, all right, here, take it before I change my mind. And it was like, wait, seriously? And it's like, yeah, this is really good and all, and so that, oh, I thought it was gonna be harder. I even talked with the higher ups to give you a month, like a few months advancements of your pay and a whole a whole month's leave because they don't need to do that anymore, and she just screams the shit that she wanted, and she accidentally blew it without knowing it.
Also, she kind of set herself up for that one.
Yeah.
The situation on the Free Breeze is still unclear. We don't know how many Manus Vindictae followers might be on board.
What I like about this game is like the bunch of character designs, like, which are really interesting, because of like how they treat Arcanus in this game. Arcanus could be nearly anything, from any one to any thing, and they like example this guy. Let me just get a screenshot really quick. This is, funny enough, this is the boss I was referring to as well. Like, you see his design? All of that is machinery. You wanna know what he is? Sentient ferrofluid. Like he had that black stuff in the head. That's him, technically. The whole body is just a machine that he can control. He is something that in this game is classified as an awakened. Awakens are essentially objects that awaken to life and have arcane abilities. Example: the former leader of their organization, which is called Applause. She has a mechanical body, and like she does have these. Actually, let me show you her. She's an interesting one as well.
Hey, buddy. How's pickup?
Bunny. Just in time, because apparently California just sent me a new food stamps card and now has a chip and you can tap to pay. It's pretty neat. So now I don't have
Mariah
to
Carey,
man.
man.
Now I don't have to put in my pay anymore. I can just tap it or just put it in. It's pretty cool.
I think you would still have to put it in there. Considering.
Yeah, that's actually no. Not with chips. I don't have to.
Oh no, like, even with bank cards, you still have to put it in for certain purchases.
Really? Because a lot of places over here.
You go over here if what you're paying for is over like $30. Well, 20 or 30. Oh yeah. And considering that's an EBT card, I would imagine they would
Our plan
still
is to
ask
board the
for
cruise as ordinary
a,
passengers.
a pit just to avoid fraud.
Regulus said she's made acquaintance with a crew member and has made sure to alter our profiles so we don't attract any unwanted attention.
That's good to hear.
I don't know, it said another thing like,
So
oh, you
Regulus
know,
didn't use her money for her own amusement after all.
They just run off the 7-Eleven.
We should stagger our boarding times. I'll reach out if I spot any signs of Manus Vindictae. Let's stay in touch. See you on board.
Obviously, we don't have them over here.
Mr. Ulrich, we're more than happy to assist with your mission.
Oh, no. Please don't trouble yourself. Sorry, don't get me wrong. I'd appreciate your help were the circumstances different.
I had this set up for a party today.
But the experiment is still confidential. Please don't mention it to anyone. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary risks or interference. On the cruise ship, we are but strangers.
I see.
Don't you worry. I have a little disguise for myself, too.
And that was right after I had to sleep and mop the floors. Had to set them up. Had to. I've been all over the place today. I'm tired. Everybody keeps wanting my other shit. It's just like I just want to be my peace. I just want to be on my laptop and talk to my friends. Fuck's sake. Anyway, how was your day? Just been.
Vader, get out.
Oh, gosh, I just read her name. Fucking goddamn it, of course she's the captain. Of course Miss Grace is the freaking captain. Why wouldn't she be the fucking captain?
Like it's something else?
That's on me. I knew the Manus Vindictae were infiltrated the stupid cruise ship with their silver tongues and all that shit. She just thought the annoying captain that they didn't like was Miss Grace, aka one of the freaking leaders in this organization.
Why? Okay.
Not
Why
leader.
wouldn't you want a leader as your captain?
No, she's not a leader. She's an executive officer.
point still stands.
As I mentioned, evil organization took over the ship with their silver tongue. Staff doesn't even know that they're being that they're now working for an evil organization. For to them, personnel change happened. I'm seeing if there's a freaking higher tier people that most fitting.
Miss Barcarola, at last you've graced us with your presence. Henry and I were just having a little wager on whether we'd see our musical star outside the spotlight. Looks like he'll be buying me the next round of whiskey, eh?
Ah, well, that's signore. Allow me to pour you the first glass. How do you like your whiskey? On the rocks, perhaps?
Indeed. Thank you, my dear.
Over here, Mum! It's Miss Barcarola! Last time I saw her, she performed an entire symphony all by herself. She was the whole orchestra. I've never seen anything like it.
It's good to see you again, my little friend.
Ow.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure. I've heard so much about you. My child hasn't stopped talking about you since you spoke to him about the didgeridoo at Sydney Harbour. He was so excited by it that he begged us to bring one on board.
How lovely! The didgeridoo truly is an enchanting instrument. It's so resonant, don't you think? It almost feels like it's echoing from the depths of the earth itself. I've actually been experimenting with playing it alongside my crackling box. It's a wonderful match with the tin whistle and kalimba, and I'm sure a number of other instruments too.
Looks like she's pretty popular too.
Two?
Have you forgotten, Sinetto? You're also looking at a popular public figure yourself. One that had half of London hunting. Cheering for her. Ah, the bittersweet burden of fame.
That group over there seems unusually uptight.
Oh, those are the captain's special guests. They're from one of the Oceania archipelagos. Nukuteao, I believe. They're probably just a bit nervous. I imagine they don't often find themselves among so many foreigners.
Nukuteao. I read about it in a history of arcane ethnicity back in the SPDM. It's a remote place, and its people hold a special kind of shell at the center of their beliefs. They've rarely made contact with the outside world. It's often been described as a peaceful paradise. I also read that the Nukutai almost never leave their homeland. Why are they here?
The Nukutai will never abandon our homeland. Just wait. We'll find our way back when the new era comes.
The new era.
Toa, that's enough. Tutu told us not to talk with outsiders.
But someone had to tell them the truth.
I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I was just curious.
Well, next time, keep your mouth shut. What could you possibly know about the Nukutai?
Please, everyone, no fighting. I'm Barcarola, the musical director. Is there anything I can help you with? I'll do all I can to ensure everyone has a pleasant experience.
What's going on? What do you want? Tutu! Alone, Toa, stay back! These outsiders can be dangerous.
Dangerous? Have you never heard of me before?
Whoever you are, I ask that you leave us in peace.
You...
Tutu, think the tides you came. I wasn't sure what to do.
So are we going to take Miss Grace's offer or not? She promised it would bring our islands back.
Enough, Toa. These outsiders don't need to know why we're here. And stop mentioning Miss Grace. Could draw unwanted attention.
But what's there to hide? There's no shame in wanting our home back. If If we don't stand with Miss Grace, we'll lose Nukuteao forever.
I want to go home too. Probably more than anyone. I already miss Melly's red coral reefs, blue sea, and canoe races. We'll get through this, Toa. I promise we'll be neighbors again, picking breadfruit and coconut flowers together. But before we accept Miss Grace's offer, there's a few things that need to be made clear. And remember, none of these passengers are to blame for what happened to our home. Okay? But Miss Grace has offered us a way home. We'll have our islands back, just as they were. Our promised land. We will go home, Sloane. Trust me. I just need to figure out a few things first. Starting with this wonderful new era she keeps talking about.
Oh, so we're home.
You seem a little on edge, Chief Kamuda.
Miss Grace, how much longer do we have to wait for this new era to come? Many of our people have never left Nukuteao before. We're struggling to adjust. Some have even fallen sick. We can't stay adrift on the sea like this much longer. Our spirits are low. The shells of some of my people have begun to crack. Not everyone is strong enough to endure this journey. Please, Miss Grace, you have to help us.
While it pains me to hear this, the journey must go on. You have nowhere to return to after all. We still have some space below deck. You can use it to store your people's bodies should they die.
That's not exactly what we're asking for. Please show us another way. Help us like you did when you foresaw the destruction of Melly. I beg of you.
I've already shown you a way, haven't I?
You mean joining the Manus? But the Nukutai haven't had a conflict with anyone for centuries. That's why we hid ourselves away from the world. Difficult to persuade my people to do this. All we want is for our people to return to familiar soil, to feel our spirits at home. Nothing more.
But Melly is already gone.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we should take revenge on the outside world. It was an act of the sea itself. It would be unjust to blame anyone for it.
What about the torpedo test sites designated over Malaga and Vaipuna? Aren't there people who should answer for that?
It was probably just a mistake. The area they chose was far from the main islands of Nukuteao, and hardly anyone fishes there. They may not have realized that my people lived there.
And the oil spill? The wastewater discharge? Were all those fish killed by pollution also just an act of the sea?
Please, we're not looking for conflict.
Of course you're not. After all, they've only stolen everything you've ever held dear. And arrogantly assumed every inch of this planet is theirs to exploit. War is inevitable, whether you want it or not, Nukutai.
Yep. So she'll pop up when she's on her way over.
But if you join us, you will have an invaluable ally. Time. The window is closing. The sifting is about to begin.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's what they call it for the Amanas. The sifting.
Has it really come to this? To revenge?
Trust me, dude. If it was revenge, it should be against Miss Grace. I wouldn't be surprised if the Master did organize everything that happened to your islands.
Oh no. It's quite the opposite. It's salvation.
And like that, they broke his spirits. Break them down and build them up.
Signora Regulus, as I'm sure you understand, there's a great deal of effort involved in creating a concerto. From the initial spark of inspiration, to the careful arrangement of the music, to the skill required to play it.
What is your nationality? You have a Spanish accent. You speak Spanish, yet you stick to from Australia.
The fact that any concerto has ever been performed at all is nothing short of a miracle. As musical director, it is my duty to select the perfect repertoire to bring delight to every listener. Then, the esteemed passengers of the Free Breeze can enjoy their dessert and wine with the finest musical accompaniment.
Ugh, you can't be serious. Where's the fun in just sitting there and listening? I promise you, this lot have had more than enough lazy jazz and swooning piano to last a lifetime. We need to shake things up. Make this voyage the greatest of the century. How about some 60s rock? And wouldn't you know it, this visionary former captain has a record player right here with her. All right, people, let me hear you cheer.
Be right back. Two. Watch one of them be Patai Dragon Cookie.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, it would. There's the first one. Mall sauce cookie. Yeah, she's maxed out already. And here's the second one. I was kidding! I was kidding!
Well, there you have it. Also, I still need to get used to the video delay.
Finally! Oh my god, the freaking... My body just went cold for a second. I don't know what that means.
Your blood ran cold.
The only explanation.
However, it also comes at the elation that you finally fucking did it.
2 fucking weeks!
It looks like I do not need to continue the paid sub anymore.
But in the middle of a zombie fight, a zombie just appears behind me and starts fucking my ass. Is this thing helping me? What the fuck? We are not necrophilia.
I know what this is.
The jockey would like disagree.
What's this?
Okay, well the jockey is another fucking story.
Okay, hold on. I'm not fully zoned in because I'm doing I'm playing something right now while streaming. What? And I hear this is not necrophilia. What the fuck is going on?
Don't worry about it, Dad.
I feel like I had a mini stroke with me going. Oh, hold on.
Hold up, wait.
I don't know why. My brain used to get bad. Like that one scene from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, where like when Edward finally meets Al's body, and when he gets yanked by the his door to get sent back to the normal world, and he like just barges in like he's still clasping at the door, pointing at Alphonse, finally he's gonna come back for him. My brain just thinking of imagining that like with Shao Milk cookies, like we will return and shit like that. Like, see, that might draw that. Getting ideas. There you go. Right, chicks that talk milk from the vending machine and industry. Just so you know, just because I'm insensitive doesn't mean my brain's this dumbass. It's not. It doesn't. I spoke before what letter dumb assignments. I should have let it finish. 2. Watch one of me Pattaya Dragon Cookie.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, it would. There's the first one. Mild sauce cookie. Yeah, she's maxed out already. And here's the second one. I was kidding! I was kidding!
Well, there you have it. Also, I still need to get used to the video delay.
back. Oh my god, the freaking, my body just went cold for a second. I don't know what that means.
Your blood ran cold.
The only explanation.
However, it also comes at the elation that you finally fucking did it.
2 fucking weeks.
It looks like I do not need to continue the pain ceremony.
Caught in the middle of a zombie just appeared behind me and starts fucking my ass. Is this thing helping me?
What the fuck? We are not necrophilia.
I know what this is.
The jockey would like disagree.
What's this?
TikTok, babe.
Okay, well the jockey is another fucking story.
Okay, hold on. I'm not fully zoned in because I'm playing something right now while streaming. What? And I hear this is not necrophilia. What the fuck is going on?
Don't worry about it, Dan.
I feel like I had a mini stroke with me going. Oh, hold on.
Hold up, wait.
I don't know why my brain used to get bad. Like that one scene from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, where like when Edward finally meets Al's body, and then when he gets yanked by the door to get sent back to the normal world.
This is why I don't like it.
He like just barges in like he's still clattering at the door, pointing at Alphonse, like he's gonna come back for him. My brain just thinking of imagining that like with Shalmel cooking, like we will return and so like that. Like, actually, that might try that. Getting ideas. There you go. Married chicks that talk milk and living machine and history. Just so you know, just because I'm accepting it doesn't mean I'm agreeing to this dumbass. It's not. It doesn't. I spoke before. Let it reach. I don't know why. We just like that. It reminds me of this one clip from the freaking from one of those like medical drama shows that I somehow keep finding, where they finally lost a patient. And they realize that she cannot use an iPad for the life of her. So they're wondering if she's like one of like a kidnapped patient, but no one recognizes her, and she doesn't want to give her name. And they use that gun thing, like you mentioned. And when they did that, they realized, oh, she's this person that got kidnapped years ago.
Music is freedom! It should stir the soul anytime, anywhere.
Stop, Regulus! I'm the musicista here, not you!
These outsiders seem so full of life. They're nothing like what Miss Grace described. Full of hatred and hostility.
This is my performance. If you really must share your music with us, then perhaps you should go to the captain and apply to be a cruise musician like me.
With all due respect, Miss Barcarola, the point I'm trying to make is that only a DJ knows what the crowd really wants.
interest in who built the drain system. I want to know who built the fence. Bro, same. Because that is impressive.
Huh?
So there's a flood on
Did
one
I just
side
shoot
to the
lightning
point
bolts from my
where
fingertips?
There are cars and vehicles literally up to
Of
their
course not.
headlights and a little over, depending on the vehicle. And then the other side, you can see the grass. And it's just like, dude, I'm interested in whoever made that fucking fence too. That's nailed.
Verdammt! Who's stepping on my brand new leather shoes? Will you please watch yourself?
I was just about to say the same thing. Just let go of my jacket, moron!
Could you all keep it down? I'm going deaf here. Oh no, my wine! And the cheese platter!
This could turn to total chaos before long. No, I can't let that happen. I must go check on the master switch. Hey! Miss Barcarola! Please let me through, Signora Elizabeth. Barcarola, where are you going? Let me give you a hand.
Step into the fairy ring. Which one?
No fighting.
A gift in return for your
Behold,
tooth.
the phenomenal world.
No cheating. Got it?
Oh, we have a connection between numbers. I've confirmed that this adheres to the precepts. Yet another proof nearing perfection.
Come on! There aren't as many of them this way. Unbelievable. It's like you're an escape artist or something. I'll, take that as a compliment. It is a compliment. Thank you so much, Signora Regulus. What was that?
Tutu, are you okay? I'm fine. How's the Sea Mother's eye? Solid as ever, of course. It takes more than a few knocks to damage Nukatai craftsmanship.
I knew getting too close to those oafs would bring trouble.
Oafs? Are you calling me stupid? What's this?
What did I say? Of course you have no idea what this is.
We form palm bark into lampshades about the size of a coconut, then tie fat-soaked compass grass inside. We call it Sea Mother's Eye. Every Nukatai knows how to make one.
They're way better than those noisy, buzzing light bulbs. Wait, why are we even telling her this?
submarines out here. I'm about to give throw some more fucking.
We need to lower their guard.
Ugh.
Huh?
We're not calm down those boys with legacy.
So that we can earn their trust. If we don't understand our enemies, how can we help Miss Grace with her mission and rebuild our home?
Oh.
Besides, we can't just leave them to shout and run around. It'll disturb our people's rest.
Oh, why hasn't that been tried? I am 7 weeks.
Trust me, that girl will thank us for this later.
I haven't been.
And then we can get all the information we need from her.
Then we should make more Sea Mother's eyes and hand them out to the outsiders.
Now you've got it.
By the waves, Tutu. You really are clever. No wonder the elders always listen to you.
Bender is now over encumbered and can't run.
Is this really the right thing to do?
Just straight down your fucking throat, bro.
Getting 80 pounds of raw glass.
Oh man, I picked up this basket and now I weigh 6,000 pounds. Let me eat this basket now to fix the problem.
You see a Nordic gag just come swinging down and cause like 80
wheels of cheese.
Going down your throat.
Straight down your throat, bro.
What peculiar little things. Reminds me of my days on the fishing boat. I always loved spotting the lighthouse on our way back. These look just like it.
The craftsmanship is remarkable. You'd be hard-pressed to find something of this standard in a factory these days.
They remind me of the things my grandma and I used to make when I was little. She could even carve a whistle out of a parsnip.
They're sharing food and stories, just like we do on bonfire nights. I'm getting more and more confused by Miss Grace's words. Miss Baccarola? I want to go home. Is this one of the changes I must make to truly embrace music?
Attention passengers. The Free Breeze is currently experiencing a power outage due to a fuse blown by a cargo leak in the lower deck. We ask that everyone remain calm. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. To make your wait more comfortable, we'll be offering unlimited ice cream shortly. Additionally, since we're approaching the habitat of the series, we're expecting an increase in turbulence and noise as we work toward the morph. We appreciate your understanding.
See? What did I tell you? Music works wonders. Anytime, anywhere.
You were right, Senora Regulus.
You owe me one now. So, how about a little reciprocity? Say, letting me have a rock session on the ship?
Do you promise you won't cause any trouble?
Cross my heart.
All right, you can do it. But...
Woohoo! Don't forget to thank the girl who made the lamp.
As if I need you to remind me. I'll have you know I was just about to head over to her.
Tutu was right. The stupid girl's back.
Shh. Huh? I must say, I don't appreciate being called an oaf or stupid. But I would like to thank you for your help back there.
What?
On behalf of the whole crew, you have our respect.
Oh, what do we do now? Tutu never said they'd be so friendly.
Tutu? Where did she go? I've learned so much about the outside world since I boarded this ship. So, why do I feel even more confused? I trust my people. They're good and kind, and they've never lied to me. You just have to look at their spirit shells to see it. The songs and dances of Melly nourish the shells, and the purity of my people's souls color their surface in the most beautiful patterns. And Miss Grace, she's been good to us too. She warned us about the destruction of Melly, saving us from the flood, and she showed us the world as it really is. She even wants us to be part of her plan. Our ancestral shells have also told us how terrible the world outside is. That it's a place with Sanguma witches, Nakarua serpents, and all kinds of other beasts. But... But now I'm here, on this ship full of outsiders. And I feel that they're just like us.
Hello, young lady. What are you doing out here all by yourself? Don't just stand there. Come on in.
Hmm? Sorry. I didn't even realize where I was going.
No need to apologize, my dear. You are more than welcome. You saved us old folks from sitting here in silence till we reach shore.
Charlie's just happy to have someone new to tell his stories to.
I bet Asa will jump at the chance to show off how he drives off those series, too.
Series? I've heard they're a real headache for passing ships. But I've never seen one with my own eyes.
Well, well, this young lady knows a thing or two about the city.
How about you give us a hand, eh?
Me? I'm not sure I know how to...
Don't worry, it's almost too easy.
These series are afraid of loud noises, and the Free Breeze has plenty of speakers on board. The sea is with us today. Of course it is. For how long we've sailed its waves, why wouldn't it be? Get ready, folks! Port the helm!
Embrace rather than resist. To the left.
No, don't worry. Charging.
This'll help.
Fast and the strong left.
Would you care to lie down?
Faraday's miracle.
The right.
Loading.
A fragment of
charging.
Look.
Aim and shoot.
No use in avoiding it.
Barrage. Attack.
Seat is loaded. Don't worry. It's been proven
The
safe.
sparkling of the sea, the shimmering of scales. There is always a light to follow.
Regaining control
The
of
light
our
that
bodies.
illuminates all.
All in moderation. By cupping and Charging. Loading. To the left. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. Target confirmed. Eliminate target. Shine. Service exceeds away. Knowledge drives progress. I, Robot, child of friends. Keep up the pace. Listen. Together, we are fearless. Loading. Exceed knowledge drives progress. The light that illuminates all. All in moderation. Devote yourselves to one another. This is for us all. The cup deep experience fuels knowledge. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. The sparkling of the sea, the shimmering of scales. There is always a light to follow. Keep up the pace. I'll be right here.
That Amaryllis is one of my favorite Shinedown
Those who
songs.
look at the left. Charging. Loading. Look at you. So broken.
You had a good reason not to. It's not too late.
Great. Now back to the salon.
Okay then.
Can we cut the casual bongos?
No. I like them. I'm being a little shit, don't worry.
Port 270, hard starboard. Slow down to 5 knots. Watch the bow wave. Turn on the speakers. Time to chase off some sea monsters.
Signorina?
No.
Don't worry. Anything you play will do. Can't be worse than what Essam has to offer.
I can hear you know.
I grieve to leave my native home. I grieve to leave my comrades all.
Come on, join in.
But a poor simple sailor just like me must be tossed and turned in the deep dark sea. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I'm far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me?
Miss Grace. The outside world is indeed full of dangers, but there is less to fear than you think. I'll help you through it.
I doing? Sorry, I have to go.
Hmm?
I don't understand. Why are they so nice? This is nothing like the stories. Come in.
Timekeeper, I hope you didn't have too much difficulty during the power outage.
Not at all, Sonato. It actually gave me the opportunity to try out X's latest invention, the bouncing bulb. It's very interesting. A little draining, though.
Would you like to try out one of these, then?
Did you make this, Sonato?
I did. Miss Saloni from Nukutea taught me how to make it. It's called a Sea Mother's Eye. She told me every household in Meli lights them during storms to help guide those at sea safely home. She said, with this, no one will ever be lost in the dark.
Thank you, Sonato. And what a lovely saying. After this mission, we should be able to apply for a field investigation in Italy.
Italy?
Why Italy?
Thank you, Timekeeper.
Oh, for Sonato.
But let's focus on this mission first.
I keep forgetting
May I
Sonato's
borrow your
Italian.
communicator? There's something I need to verify.
Of course.
Connecting to Madam Z of the St. Pavlov Foundation. The person you're trying to reach is currently unavailable due to communication interference. Please leave a message after the beep.
Huh?
Just as I suspected, communications are blocked. Someone's jamming the signal.
Do you think it's Manus Vindictae?
It's possible. The flyer proved that this ship has some kind of association with them. We need to stay vigilant.
Regulus should know about this. I'll go find her.
No! Regulus!
Regulus! Are you alright?
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Mr. Ulrich? What are you doing here?
The last thing you need to expect on your vacation, on a cruise vacation, is to see your boss on the same ship.
Good day, Timekeeper, Researcher Regulus, Miss Sonetto.
This really the disguise you went with?
Motherfucker, all you
Wait
put
a
on the
minute.
trench coat!
Vertin, did you know he'd be here? Listen, there's no way I'm paying for even half an extra ticket. In fact, he should be paying for me.
Well, this might take a while to explain.
Yep. So yeah, honestly, Imagine how funny of a scenario that is. You're going on a cruise, you're enjoying the vacation, and on the first day you stumble onto your boss who's also on the same cruise. Oh, the irony. Well, this boss's knees are. You don't know that. There aren't. Oh, you didn't know.
I was about to full throttle come at you like, bitch! Fucking turn into that. Fucking turn into that Hagar meme from motherfucking Life Arrow. Just fucking Hagar coming at you. Guardian theme in the background.
Which one?
That was Phoenix.
That was Hagar. Go look at it again.
That means Phoenix was
I don't remember which one you're talking about.
looking at Beautiful Joe. Starts crawling on all fours, straight toward him.
Oh!
Enigma. Nice.
Did you wake up with a glitch this morning, Ulrich? The storm has already taken so many lives, and now you're planning to intentionally bring another one upon us?
Quit your worrying, Jonathan. The artificial storm will be under strict control, and you're not even on the research team. Besides, there are some issues we still need to fix, so we've come to a bit of a standstill for now. I promise you won't wake up to find the building engulfed by the storm.
Sorry? Are you saying that you've already started?
Ulrich, I have to warn you. Ever since you found that satellite, you've been pushing past the limits of Laplace's regulations. You've accessed materials from other branches, used valuable resources for your own purposes, and run experiments without proper clearance.
What baseless claims, Penelope? I'll have you know that everything I've done has been approved by the HQ director.
Director? We don't have a damn director!
But we do have a substitute director, so there.
What's a substitute? Oh, it's Enigma! Oh yeah, Enigma's the one in charge!
For the last time, I'm not the substitute director. No one can substitute for Madame Lucy.
I forgot.
But let's set that aside. We're here to figure out what to do with the satellite. Not to stage an intervention for Ulrich.
The solution's as clear as day, my friends. We'll do exactly what they did in Plisetsk during the third storm. Find someone brave and send them into space.
He's right. Why don't we just build another satellite and see how it handles the storm?
Wow, what an amazing idea! Truly a stroke of genius.
Hello, Minister
So, we're talking about a controlled experiment, right? That means we'll send not just one, but dozens of satellites, all carrying different items.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, nothing. The budget team will be thrilled at the idea. Here's a better one. We sit tight and wait till the storm sends us back to 1995. And bingo! Surprise! There's our satellite, orbiting around the Earth once again.
Medicine Pocket, please mind your tone in the meeting room.
Oh, sure. Just as soon as they stop trying to waste all our research funds.
I'm with researcher Medicine Pocket here. There's no need to launch more satellites. We should be focusing on the artificial storm project. The project has made substantial progress. I have collected every item that was once on the Regulus satellite, including the space seeds from Plesetsk. You have no idea how difficult that was, let me tell you. It was easier to get Regulus's record.
Still, you probably didn't need to steal it, Ulrich.
You say that, but I've heard that it isn't going all that smoothly. Accelerating the reaction of asymmetrical nuclide R with fixed frequency sound waves so as to stimulate the storm. It sounds impressive, but what's the payoff? Have you found the key material that provides immunity from the storm?
Good point, Lucas. I never claimed the experiment was perfect. In fact, I'll be the first to admit that it has some serious procedural flaws.
Huh?
Through 26 microscale artificial storms, I tested 7 different space seeds, an astronomical spectrometer, a high-speed photometer, some obsidian crystals, and a Lycopus lucidus talisman. None of them endured the trials.
Then what do we do now? Just give up?
No! But I have used all the asymmetrical nuclide R that we had in the warehouse.
What?
Sit down, Medicine Pocket. Jonathan, go get some stress ball.
No! I can shout all I want, okay, Substitute Director? Ulrich! All the asymmetrical nuclide R, it's all gone?
I had to use it. It's just standard consumption, like in any other experiment. And I got results.
With that amount of resources, of course you'd find something, dumbass. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. Keep at it if you want. You're gonna smash that dead end head on.
I don't see why you're commenting on my work. We're not even in the same department.
Because you used my materials! That was most of the nuclide R from both Laplace and the Foundation! You have to be kidding me! You get all you want while I'm here like some chump filling out endless forms just to get a few drops! Next time, just give me the funds and nuclide. and I'll be more than happy to run a few laps in the storm with that crap from the satellite and see what happens.
We would never endanger the life of a researcher like that.
That's why we should launch another satellite. No need to risk anyone's life, especially since we got plenty of colleagues with aeronautics experience.
Can't do that. Our best space expert is still in the Laplace care unit.
So, Ulrich, what's the next step with your experiment?
I'm taking it outside, of course. The richest deposits of asymmetrical nuclide R aren't in the lab or the Foundation's warehouse. They're out there in the real world. We've been overlooking how the density of nuclide R has affected our experiment results.
Come on, Ulrich, that's just an excuse. Where would you find a higher nuclide R density than in a Laplace lab?
That might be the exact problem. The environment here is too controlled, too clean. The storm has never been the manifestation of order, but of chaos.
And how exactly do you plan on finding chaos?
Everyone, please! If we just sit here arguing instead of getting out there and doing something, those sneaky researchers at Institutum Lawrence are going to get ahead of us!
Lawrence? That strange secret society?
Let's see what kind of bull they're spouting this time.
No medicine pocket, just toss the letter into the shredder.
Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for interrupting your debate. The St. Pavlov Foundation has passed a new resolution.
Miss Simone, did you just say something about the Foundation? Are we not moving off topic? We were discussing our efforts to identify substances immune to the storm. What is all this about the Foundation?
No idea, but it's sure to be the most cheerful, positive, wonderful news. That'll teach you to run Madam Buckethead out of town. Now it's going to be those Foundation dimwits calling the shots. Ha!
I won't stand for the Foundation ordering Laplace around. I'll set things straight with them later. You have my word. In fact, Miss Simone, you may relay my message now.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Enigma, but given our present circumstances, the Foundation's involvement may have a bright side. The resolution the Foundation relayed to me was principally concerned with your artificial storm project, Mr. Ulrich. What? Did you switch gears on us, Ulrich?
For Flux's sake, all I did was ask for a little support.
Speaking of, the Foundation also sent through their approval for your other requests. Mostly anyway. They agreed to supply the majority of your requested materials, including replenishing a portion of our asymmetrical nuclide R, and they've dispatched field investigators to assist us. Additionally, they've done preliminary screenings on the locations you mentioned and confirmed they meet the specifications of our experiments.
The Foundation has never been this generous with us before. Huh.
Don't go popping the champagne just yet, Ulrich! Our new bosses aren't going to come anywhere close to replacing all the asymmetrical nuclide R you've wasted.
Still, it's all too easy. What's the catch?
They want to witness our results, firsthand.
Deal. Someone, anyone, take down the minutes.
They also sent over another possible location that they haven't been able to confirm. A ship. The Foundation has requested that you investigate it personally. The Timekeeper will brief you on the details.
Fine, fish tank. You're off the hook for now. Just so we're clear, you're not planning to smuggle out my treasure, right?
I wouldn't think of it.
Fab. And you're not angling that I foot the bill for this excursion, right?
The Foundation's intel appears accurate. After some preliminary checks, I am certain this will be an ideal locale to conduct our experiments. I've never seen such intense readings of asymmetrical nuclide R outside of the storm.
Now hold on a minute, Ulrich. You're not about to take a swim, are you?
Only if necessary.
With my record? You've got to be off your rocker, mate.
Not at all. It's time it was returned to its rightful owner.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my treasure. Welcome home. Oh, I'll broadcast your tracks on Radio Apple for 72 hours straight and hold the rockinest party ever just for you. Oh, you've got my word. Hold on. You're not about to withhold my funds, are you?
Fret not, Regulus. Given its special significance to you, we made its composition analysis our first priority. Now that the first step is done, I'm more than happy to return it to you.
But what about your experiments?
Not to worry. I've already made arrangements. We went to great lengths to ensure these replicas were identical in every way. We even reproduced the ink used in the signature. Identical down to their heart and soul, courtesy of Laplace craftsmanship. We've achieved complete consistency in both composition and appearance.
What? Well, I've got to hand it to you. They're dead ringers for the real thing. But this is piracy. And not the fun kind. Musical piracy.
Drastic times call for drastic measures. I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive us, Regulus.
Oh, Miss VTuber. I hadn't expected you to visit. I must say, it's a welcome relief from the onslaught of greedy businessmen and boorish officials. All puff and no substance. Bloated, lifeless. They remind me of a few specimens of decay from my collection.
Decaying specimens? Miss Grace, you mean body?
Hush. Let's just leave things at that. So then, you're here to talk about something else? Go ahead.
Yes, Miss Grace. I just wanted some advice, if you don't mind.
Not at all, my dear. We are friends, aren't we? We are venturing into the unknown, so it is little surprise that you feel lost. But disorientation is a dangerous enemy. I am more than happy to help. Relax and keep an open mind, dear. We have a long night ahead.
The thing is, I tried to ignore the outside world, just like you said, but I failed. The idea of raising a spear against people I know so little about, even if it was to avenge my home. I felt I had to learn more about these outsiders, to understand them. I'm sorry I went against your advice. I thought that learning about them would harden my resolve. I thought that I would hate them from the depths of my soul. That the hatred would be so strong that I'd feel no remorse. That I would see in them what you and Manus Vindicte do. But... instead, after interacting with the people here,
But Tutu, my dear, there's no shame in having second thoughts. How could you not? This was but your first glimpse of a world so much wider than you knew. But you'll soon realize that it is nothing more than a dying corpse. Its lungs still clinging on to its last breath. The face rots first, you know. It's a nasty scene, I assure you. Those shrinking, putrefying eyeballs are always a headache for taxidermists. Next, the chest cavity. It rots out from the inside, bloating with noxious gases produced by its decomposing flesh, until it's ready to pop like a party balloon. Even at this stage, if you were to hold your breath and look only to the limbs, you might marvel at the artisanship. Such a perfect creation. Yet it dies all the same. So it goes. Do you see the world any clearer now? Take your time. Think it through.
The outsiders are different from what I expected. Miss Grace, are you sure they're truly evil?
They are cunning, menacing, and at times have even been known to engage in eavesdropping.
Miss Grace, watch out! It's some kind of monster!
Huh?
It's here! protect you, Miss Grace.
A bold attempt. Master will heed my prayer. Shh. In the name of darkness. Be gone.
Please enjoy. Fuzzy gods! Where were the fuzzy gods?
Just grand. This will...
Who's that?
The real troublemaker of a game, aren't you?
I tripled the ingredients this time. Listen to the melodies of wind and waves.
You're a people I call upon you. Knock, knock. Room service. In the name of darkness. Get back and stay back. You're not half bad.
Is it dead?
Oh, it's you, Barcarola.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure to see you.
Have you lost your mind, VTuber? I've been looking all over the ship for you to thank you for the lamps you made. This is a funny way of saying you're welcome. Not even the rudest student in Cremona would attack someone for saying thanks.
Cremona? Where's that?
That's really not what matters here.
Settle down, please, ladies. This was only a small misunderstanding, wasn't it?
That you provoked.
As both your captain and your friend, I hope that you might be able to resolve this. I do believe I could see you two becoming fast friends. The Tutu here is eager to learn about the outside world. And I'm sure you must have many stories to share, don't you? Consider it a favor, in exchange for those sea mother's eyes. Why don't you take a seat, Miss Barcarola? You were quick to gloss over your hometown. Cremona, wasn't it?
Cremona, the city of islands, as they say. See, I was born in that awful, dreary old place. But I don't like to talk about it, Miss Grace.
But it sounds like you still miss your home. So why speak of it that way? Is there something wrong with it? In Nicoteo, when we find something rotted in our village, we wrap it up in stinky grass and throw it in the ocean. Do you outsiders not do this as well?
Well, it's not completely rotted exactly. It's just...
I was trying to draw before I went to work, and I got like
that art block.
In
like, so
Cremona,
tired that I
everything
had
is bound up with the violin. How it's made, how it's played, even the science of it.
Not a fun day.
It fills the air and every conversation. You can't walk to the trattoria without tripping over a virtuoso. They come from Rome, Berlin, London, New York, Nairobi, Tokyo, Uppsala, people from far and wide, all crammed into one town. Not a day goes by without a concert, a symphony, or a festival musicale.
Am I misunderstanding you? Because to the Nukatai, the idea of a place with music and festivals every day sounds very fun.
That's where you're wrong, Signora. It's no fun at all. At least, for me. To be Cremonese is to take pride in its music, its history, and above all, its violins. And you must learn to love the violin, the viola, the violoncello, and the bass, because there is nothing else. Every quartet is a string quartet.
What?
Every concerto is Vivaldi. Strings, strings, strings. The monotony is unbearable.
So remember those, have you been...
The
did you hear
world
about
has
those
so very
Minecraft
many
meals at
instruments as diverse and as
the
varied as the
adults?
people that fill it. Even the shell around your
like,
neck
it's
could
literally
sing if
just
you
a
knew
normal
just where to
meal,
tap it.
But like you get a
But
toy.
not in Cremona.
Like one of the McDonald's
That's why I
characters and
speak of it that way, Fatutu.
That ended within a
Because
week.
if I had stayed there, I would never have seen the music of the world and its instruments. And my crackling box would never have been able to know their sounds.
Apparently, it's done.
The Nukatai don't have any instruments. Not so many as you anyway. But we were never bored with what we had. I'm certain that your island holds great beauty beyond its music. If ever we grow tired of singing and dancing, we'd go searching for shells or swimming in the reefs.
It was a limited time thing and everyone got it instantly.
You still have much to learn about the world beyond your islands. Then you have no intention of ever returning home, Miss
We have to say
Barcarola?
no because we ran out of the toy. We have the kids' meals. We have the
Return?
Minecraft kids' meals.
No,
but
never.
The adult ones?
They're too set in their ways, like old fossils. My vision of music grew beyond them, and I did too.
I won't force myself back into their little
I don't know
world.
if like it's still there in your area. But
Your
here,
determination is admirable, Indy.
Glad to hear it. Then my position is safe for another day.
How could it not be? You are the very star of the free breeze.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, so I ordered DoorDash at a place that was selling
What about you,
bao
Miss
buns.
Grace?
And you know, I kinda
You've
wanted
never
those
told
'cause
us
they're
about
really
your
good and
home.
fluffy. Now I didn't pay attention
It's a place of little interest to
to
anyone,
the ratings.
not even worthy of
restaurant?
naming.
Terrible.
Yeah. So when I got the buns and then I got orange chicken, I was like, you know what?
They say a
The ratings are
musician
low,
must
but
be
I'll give
free
it
of
a chance
attachments
if
to
I
be
wanna eat
truly
buns.
creative. Perhaps
And
this is true of captains as well.
That was the worst orange chicken
No,
dish
that
I've ever
can't
had.
be
It was
right.
disgusting.
The
buns were
Nukatai believe
okay.
that to stray from our
They
home
were nice
is the
and
death
fluffy,
of the spirit.
that made me happy.
If we travel
The
too
pork
far and
was
too long, our spirit
okay,
cells develop
but, like, I've
cracks
had better
that no amount
at
of
a
Nuka glue
supermarket.
can mend.
So
And from these cracks
doing that
come an
place again.
intense sadness.
if I want to get
The
like
elders
buns,
call
bao
it
buns, then I could just try to find somewhere in
homesick.
the store.
Homesickness.
But
See, we have this word as well.
that was my dinner.
The sailors aboard often ask me to
So my
play the
stomach
songs
feels
of their
all
youth
weird.
when they're missing their homes.
Stuff you nasty.
So many different melodies.
I think they put like cilantro
Thankfully,
on
my
top of
crackling
the
box has
chicken.
all kinds of instruments to suit their needs.
That stuff's gross.
I imagine
hate
it must be
cilantro.
difficult for your people now. If you'd like, I could learn to play some of your songs and perform them.
Yeah, just,
I'd
like,
be more
serve
than
it
happy to
to
help
death.
after all you've done.
That's kind of
But
you.
yeah, that happened.
I'm sure
Never
it'll be
ordering
of
from them
great
again.
help to us.
I'm more than happy to help Patutu. It is my job after all.
That's what happens when I want to try something different. Well, I usually like to stick to like a routine of things.
It appears the sun has caught up with us, ladies.
Mamma mia! The concert!
My back hurts. My eyes feel heavy. I just want today to fly.
I promised Signora Regulus a rock and
Bye-bye.
roll concert, but I haven't even asked her what instruments she needs. Ciao, ragazze!
Make sure we open. Because, like, yesterday was okay. Like, I wasn't really tired all that much.
Thank you for talking with us, Miss Grace.
The shifts flew by. It was busy, but not crazy busy, so we were able to, like, prepare for the morning.
Don't mention it.
And that was great.
I only hope that it was helpful for you.
But
I have one last question.
it's Saturday.
I was wondering,
Nothing's ever good on a Saturday.
how do you stay so determined?
Long I only had the one day off last week because it's my birthday. You know, it's the same old on that. But you know, the usual. I don't know what's going on next week. When in doubt, I'll find out when I get there. See how crazy it is today. Of course. The usual. As long as I don't work later Sunday night, I'll be okay. Because I need sleep. Probably gonna sleep for half the day tomorrow. All the plans are coming down on the trees. Spring. That stupid summer. Yes. Oh yeah. I went on Roblox and saw that there are new face models for Renee, the mother.
Hello, Free
So
Breeze!
now I have like
Listen
an
up,
actual
all
face
my
model
rock and
compared
roll
to the
stars
others.
fans and wannabes.
There isn't a
You lot are in luck because you are about to experience the greatest, grandest, most radical rock and roll party of the era.
when in reality she doesn't wear a top.
Now get up on those feet and drag those little legs of yours on deck because it's time to get those old boats jumping. Just think, folks. One day you'll be sitting by a fireplace telling your grandkiddies that you were here. This is the night you become a
Because you could
legend.
just type in Renee Graves.
Ciao, Regulus!
However, Julia.
Well, if it isn't our star musicista.
This isn't what we agreed on. I thought we'd make our preparations together.
That loves and cares for Julia. A lot of people.
What
want her to
preparations?
live, But oh yeah. But they have her hair, they have their outfit.
To begin with, we must do a survey of our guests' musical preferences, then prepare a song list to match. Then we must carefully
need to, like,
organize
find
our
the
transitions to optimize the flow of the concert.
Because what I'm using is I'm using like a little
Wait!
sticker thing with a head model.
Arrangements!
And right now
Concert!
for Julia,
What
they
are
only
you on about? This is rock and roll, love. A proper rock and roll party.
And I'm kind of not a fan of the head with the face up.
No arrangements? No song list? This isn't what I was taught to do in Cremona.
Plus, it's like I
As
already got
musicians,
three out of
we have a
four.
responsibility to ensure that every listener enjoys an exquisite and seamless experience.
Richard
We
is gonna
must
be
allow them to
impossible.
savor the emotion and artistry of each piece.
Oh my god, I called him Richard. No, it's
Sounds a bit stuffy, doesn't it?
Oh my god,
Come
I
on,
forgot
no
his
reason
name.
to get all hung up on the details. Music is freedom. The only thing that matters in rock and roll are the vibes.
I forgot the community calls him Richard, but he has an actual name now. Oh my god, I forgot his name.
You don't use your brain, you feel it in your heart, babe. Guess your miserable old music teachers never taught you that, eh?
Fine. But just to be clear, next time we do it my way.
But yeah, making the father in that game on Roblox.
Cheers, love!
You have to
You're an
literally get-
inspiration to musical
not that
directors
hard
the
to do.
whole world over.
Because he's like very basic.
You can find the record player in the locker backstage.
That's been happening a lot this year.
Is this what you call heavy metal?
What's that? No! First up is an iconic taste of psychedelic rock. But I haven't even found the power socket yet.
But of course, there's a line in the drive-thru. I expect nothing less. Yeah, pretty much.
Timekeeper, those sounds are familiar, aren't they?
Metallic percussion
You want
sounds,
to know when the day is going to be a
sprinkled
good
with
day?
screams of pain.
Is when the ice
His
cream
manners
machine is not
vindicate.
working. Like, that's already a good day for me.
What? These persistent pests again? Which hellhole did they crawl out of this time?
Don't worry, Senora Regulus. I won't let them disturb your rock party. You oafish barnacles are ruining the atmosphere and scaring our guests. I very much doubt you're doing this with the approval of Captain Grace. You should be working in the engine room, not making noise up on deck. Have you all forgotten the Seafarer's Code of Conduct?
Sinetto, Regulus, get the crowd out of here. Get ready to engage with these Manus thugs.
Alright, I'm gonna get going then. Thanks
Understood.
for being in the call with
Miss
me.
Barcarola, I'll ask you kindly to step back from these brutes.
Bye.
Please, Senora, there's no need for alarm. I know they may look a little strange, but they're just engine crew. They work here. And as such, as our musical director, I have some authority over them. Moreover, it is my duty to ensure all our guests have a safe and enjoyable stay.
Now I see how the Manors kept themselves hidden.
Is that Barcarola? What's she doing over there?
If you've come to be entertained or perhaps for some music lessons, I would be more than happy to assist you in the crew quarters later. However, your musical talents will not be needed at this time, as we already have a scheduled performance.
Stop then!
Embrace rather than resist. Good luck.
Don't worry. It's been proven safe.
Regaining control
Don't be
of our
afraid.
bodies.
I will be watching you.
Under attack. Loading harangue charging. Barrage.
Good luck. The right. Listen.
I'll be right here.
Shine.
Great. Now back to the...
What's happening? Why are they acting crazy? As the musical director of the Free Breeze, I can't allow you to harm our guests.
Enough of your nonsense, foolish outsider.
No! Hobo protect!
Are you okay, Barcarola?
What are you doing, VTuber? That is an outsider. Have you forgotten your duty to your people?
No! Never! But... Kamutsa, this is not defending our home. And it doesn't feel like avenging it either. What we suffered was not these people's fault. There has to be a better solution to all this. This isn't our way. It isn't right. Kamutsa.
Yep.
VTuber, we have no choice.
We should raise a toast, one and all. For we're in luck's good graces to be aboard this ship. A ship? Perhaps one ought to think of it more as an art.
Just what are you getting at?
Oh, I get it. Is this some kind of surprise theme party, like a murder mystery? Is that right, Miss Barcarola?
No, I didn't plan for any of this.
You aren't entirely wrong, though, Mr. Matthews. For this is certainly a surprise, if not so much a party as a ceremony. Allow me to congratulate you, our honored guests. Each of you with your unique talents, resources, and powerful connections have earned a chance to join Manus Vindictae.
If this is some kind of joke, Captain, I don't find it funny. So how about you knock it off?
There's no joke at all. Unless you plan on throwing away your precious opportunity to join us in the new era.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Have you gone insane?
How dare you blaspheme our savior?
Toa, ever since you put on that mask, you've been acting strangely, like a different person.
You're wrong, Salome. I was lost after we left Melly, but now I've never felt so certain of myself. You must ready yourself for the mask trial too. We must all be willing to sacrifice to bring our people into the new era. As for these ignorant outsiders, they will never understand the depths of the crimes they've committed, or the punishment they deserve.
Calm down, Toa. Don't bother with these outsiders. They only care about themselves. Only the storm can bring the change we need.
Lunatics!
Timekeeper, it seems as though the islanders aboard are working with Manus Vindictae.
There's no telling what else the Manus have up their sleeve. We need to call for support as soon as possible.
But our communications are jammed.
Regulus, are you able to reach Mr. Ulrich?
I should be. I've got no clue where he's at now. He dashed off with the roaring machine, mumbling something about sound wave frequency and nuclide R. Still, I might as well give it a shot. If I can still recall Laplace's internal frequency, that is.
Sinetto, we must calm the situation before things escalate further.
On it.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you have yet to understand what the storm really is.
No, perhaps we don't. Because I remember what you wrote in all the flyers. The Free Breeze is equipped with a double hull and the most advanced communication systems available, capable of contacting rescue and support under any circumstances.
Yeah, and something about a stabilizing system. Why should we be worried about some heavy weather? Or were you lying to us?
Oh, the specifications of the ship are all very much true. No natural weather phenomenon could endanger us here. However, the storm I speak of is not a mere matter of churning wind and thunder, and no double hull nor stabilizing system could stand against it.
So, what the hell is this storm?
It is a cleansing, a deluge that will come to eradicate all the sickness of this world. And an opportunity, a chance to reverse our course. All that is asked of you is an insignificant price.
Reverse? Price? What are you talking about?
In the 90s, veins turned into wires. In the 80s, skulls turned into geometric shapes. Oh, in the 60s, what fun we had then! The entire world became a pop art spectacle. And Manus Vindictae have seen us through each one, for all these many years.
So, you're saying that the world is going to be transformed? And something weird will happen to our bodies too?
You are exactly right.
And the Manus were behind all of this? Why?
Now, don't be so harsh on us. We've made heroic efforts to cleanse this world of its sickness. But each generation keeps making the same mistakes. Economic collapse, environmental crisis, endless wars and bloodshed. We had no choice. The wounds of this world must be cleansed, one deluge at a time. Now we are welcoming a new storm. One that will reverse us to an even more distant past.
You're a lunatic, Captain. You need your head examined. Lady, you need a psychiatrist.
But these things you're showing us, they really happened?
No need to take my word for it. You will all bear witness to it soon.
The storm is not coming. We are from the St. Pavlov Foundation, an organization dedicated to the protection and rights of humans and arcanists.
Oh, thank goodness.
As the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation, I can assure you, what she showed you won't happen here. Manus Vindictae are just trying to manipulate you into buying into their deception and hatred. Don't give in to this false fear. Please, everyone, remain calm.
Protect us? You? Don't make me laugh!
Toa, wait! She seems trustworthy. Maybe we should listen to what they have to say.
Really? You think these people care about rebuilding our home? Were they there when Nukutea was hit by the Great Waves? Where was their protection then?
I'm not sure. But I just can't bear the thought that we might make a decision we'll regret later. I don't want to see any more cracks and scratches on our shelves.
Subito será. This is getting out of hand. Be careful, Timekeeper. They're coming for us.
to the fairy ring.
Which no, the connection between numbers, the golden ratio.
A gift in return for your time.
Incomprehensible. We have no the connection between numbers beholds the phenomenal world.
Victory secure. I should.
No, this isn't right.
I think you need some rest, sister.
Huh? I'm sorry for Tutu. This needs to be done.
A fine speech, Miss Burton. Such delectable, righteous indignation.
Surrender, Miss Grace. Your lies will not succeed here.
Why, of course. To tell a lie brings the harshest of consequences. Even a kindergartner knows that.
Everyone, whenever there's an imminent storm, my watch here starts a countdown, but there have been no signs of...
What a coincidence, Miss Burton. I so happen to have a similar device myself. 3, 2, 1.
Impossible!
Miss Burton, as you said, lies will not succeed here. The question is, who here is the liar? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to relish the sight before you. Here we are. The last evening on Earth.
Root. I circled the ingredients this time. It seems to mixed up. Can't separate a boat from her line, right? Go on in, that is fine. Sway, sway, my little boat. It's just skipping stones.
In the end, we'll travel to a place with blankets of green and towering trees. A place I've only...
I haven't seen. I circled the ingredients this time. Sway, sway, my little boat. You can't separate a boat from her oars. Go on in, that is fine.
Stay low profile. I don't want to be shunted to...
Okay, as much as I want to finish the story, it's getting late, so I should do this. But I'm like halfway done anyway, so like, I'll finish it tomorrow. Okay, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be ending my stream. I'll stream again with this tomorrow, and hopefully continue with DK as well, because I did said I would do that today, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff in this story. I hope you guys enjoy it, and until next time, well, day, night, afternoon, whatever it's for you. Until then, fuck it again. Bye bye.